Hi, my name is Mariah, and I'll be doing my presentation on exploring social class in film. So, social class can be defined as the organization of people in society, usually based on socioeconomic status because of unequal distribution of resources, with those having the most making up the upper class and those having the least as the lower class. The two films I've chosen that represent this theme are In Time, directed by Andrew Niccol, and Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg. These were actually the first and the last movies I watched for this class, so it felt like a really fitting way to end the class by talking about both of them. In Time takes place in a futuristic society where time has replaced money as the currency used for everything. The main character, Will, saves someone with over a century on his time clock, and he transfers all of his time to Will, which instantly boosts his class status, and he uses it to take down the system of inequality that they exist in. In Jurassic Park, scientists have brought dinosaurs back to life through DNA in a mosquito that got trapped in amber, and a billionaire named John Hammond plans to open a theme park called Jurassic Park. 3 experts are brought in to check out the park along with Hammond's 2 grandchildren, but their tour doesn't go to plan because an employee at the park is attempting to sell dinosaur embryos to a rival company of Hammond's and cuts off the power to the park, which releases the dinosaurs. In Time addresses the theme of social class by showing how harmful it can be when wealth is distributed unequally and some groups of people are left with barely enough to get by. It can even result in death, as shown in the movie, where people live minute to minute like people in our society live dollar to dollar. Will's mother times out, or dies, moments before he can transfer some to her, and at the same time, people like the love interest's very rich father will never have to worry about things like that. While others have more wealth than they could ever use in their lifetime, they exist to show the poor that it's possible to work hard enough to be where they are. This connects to the reading in which James Dowd discusses the way movies portray upward mobility as something that is possible to everyone. The author writes, "The belief in the possibility of upward social mobility are ideas continually reinforced in Hollywood movies and in the wider American culture." However, one aspect of the film that misrepresents the theme is the fact that the main character moves up through the class system and then uses his new status to take down the system, when in reality, most who become rich don't want to lose that new status and return to their lives as they were before, so they wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize it. The way that Will is able to essentially ruin the lives of the rich through his actions is something that is also highly unrealistic. Jurassic Park represents the theme by showing how scientific discoveries are commodified and exploited by the rich. John Hammond using the discovery of dinosaur DNA to open a theme park, and the employee Nedry's attempt to sell the result of their findings to another company shows that they see nature and the animals as something to make a profit off of, instead of something that they should respect. The manipulation of nature for the benefit or amusement of humanity is discussed in Christopher Pedeschi's article. He writes that animals are not presented as inherently valuable in ecological terms, but tend to be hostile, disgusting, valued if domesticated, or merely lesser than civilized. Aside from the obviously unrealistic parts of the film involving dinosaurs being alive again, the way that Hammond seems to feel almost remorseful that his decisions put people's lives in very real danger is unrealistic. It just seems highly unlikely that a billionaire would not believe that the risk isn't worth the reward. The most powerful messages of the films are the effect of greed on humanity as shown in the movie In Time, and on nature or its animals in Jurassic Park. They also raise the question of how far people with power and privilege are willing to go, and how much damage they are willing to do before they decide that it's enough. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much for watching.